Welcome back, football fans. Big headlines today from both Barcelona and Manchester United. Hansi Flick has officially asked the Barca board to bring in Premier League star Daniel Munoz this January after losing patience with Jules Koundé. Meanwhile, Rafinha's future at Barcelona is now uncertain, with Manchester United ready to make a record-breaking €120 million bid, but it all depends on one crucial factor. We've also got updates on Tottenham's injury woes, Benjamin Sesko's struggles under Ruben Amorim, and a United wonder kid shining at the U17 World Cup in Qatar. Stay tuned, there's a lot to unpack in today's massive football news roundup. Rafinha, Barcelona star's transfer to Man United depends on one factor. Manchester United are planning an ambitious move for Barcelona superstar Rafinha. Marcus Rashford is making plenty of headlines after his prolific start at Barcelona, having been directly involved in 13 goals and 15 appearances in all competitions. Despite his impressive output, Rashford is not viewed as Hansi Flick's first-choice left winger. Rafinha, who scored 34 goals and assisted 26 times last term, remains Barca's most potent attacking threat. He has been out of action since late September due to a hamstring issue, inadvertently paving the way for Rashford to start regularly. Manchester United willing to make club record bid for Rafinha. United are thought to be among his biggest suitors, with Ineos open to testing the Spanish outfit's resolve. According to Fishages, the Premier League giants are ready to break the bank and offer around €120 million for Rafinha. Ineos are reportedly looking to make a statement of intent in the summer of 2026. They spent nearly €250 million on 3 attacking signings last summer. Rafinha stats, 2025-26. Rafinha open to Premier League return. The Spanish outlet underlined that any deal depends on the Red Devils' performance under Ruben Amorim this season. It is claimed that the possibility of returning to the Premier League appeals to the Brazilian, who led Leeds United's attack before moving to Spain. Still, his priority remains European football. United will have to qualify for next season's Champions League football to have any chance of convincing the 28-year-old to move to the theatre of dreams. Amorim has recently overseen a turnaround in results, keeping United's hopes of pulling off the blockbuster signing alive. Tottenham Hotspur vs Manchester United. Thomas Frank reveals injured star on track, but Premier League doubts linger. Tottenham Hotspur manager Thomas Frank has provided an update on Dominic Solanke's recovery, confirming that the striker is on track to return after the November international break. Spurs are preparing for a crucial clash against Manchester United this Saturday, a game that could play a big role in the race for Champions League qualification. However, Frank's side will have to cope with several injury setbacks in attack. Key forwards James Maddison and Dejan Kulusevski are both sidelined, leaving Tottenham short of options up front. Solanke's return will therefore come as a major boost for the team in the coming weeks, as the English striker remains an important part of Tottenham's attacking setup and goal-scoring plans. Fans had hoped that centre-forward Solanke would have been able to make his return from an ankle injury on Saturday, having not featured for the club since August 23, but Frank confirmed the forward needs more time to recover. The Tottenham boss insisted that the Englishman will not be rushed back from injury, telling reporters, "I do hope to see him this year. I would say let's see what happens after the international break. We are still going steps forward. It's on track so far. The international break will be the big deciding factor because we have 2 weeks there to push in the next steps. As I say, it's going forward. Just to take it instead of the questions every single time because it was clearly that he was not ready before the international break." Solanke scored 9 goals and provided 3 assists in 27 Premier League appearances last season, and his return to the squad would be a welcome boost. When could Dominic Solanke return to the Tottenham Hotspur squad? Tottenham's first game after the international break comes against rivals Arsenal on November 23, but even if Solanke is ready to feature, he is unlikely to start. The 28-year-old is also unlikely to start 3 days later in the Champions League given they will take on Paris Saint-Germain, a clash that will require the Londoners to play at their best. Perhaps Solanke's first start back from injury will come against Fulham on November 29, though it is likely to be some time before the Englishman is ready for 2 matches in a week. Will Tottenham Hotspur beat Manchester United? United have been at their best this season when they have been able to defend in a deeper block, something they are likely to be able to do on Saturday given they are the away side. Spurs' home record is far from perfect, with the club drawing 1, losing 2 and winning 1 of their past 4 at the stadium, emerging as victors in 4 of their 8 games at home in 2025-26. Chelsea won 1-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on November 1, and they managed to restrict Frank's side to just 3 shots. Tottenham will have to find ways of breaking down Ruben Amorim's visitors, but they will no doubt find it difficult to create chances with so many key attackers injured. Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim has spoken openly about new signing Benjamin Sesko, acknowledging that the young striker has faced a challenging start to life at Old Trafford but expressing strong belief in his long-term potential. The 22-year-old joined United from RB Leipzig in a £74 million deal over the summer but has only managed 2 goals in his first 11 appearances. His slow start has drawn criticism from pundits, including former United defender Gary Neville, who recently said Sesko looks awkward on the pitch. Amorim, however, remains calm and supportive. He admitted that Sesko is struggling as he adapts to the Premier League's intensity and pressure but emphasized that this is completely normal for a young player moving to such a demanding club. The Portuguese coach also revealed that Sesko's potential has actually exceeded his initial expectations, describing him as a long-term project who will become a key figure for the club once he gains more experience and confidence. In Amorim's view, patience and proper guidance will allow Sesko to grow into the kind of striker Manchester United have been searching for, one capable of leading their attack for years to come. Then the first impact when everyone says that you are so good, you are the next big thing, and you hear that with Sesko, and then you come to one club that is the hardest club. If you don't perform every week, you are going to hear a lot of things from club legends, from pundits, from the media, and sometimes they are right. To have the ability and understand that is normal and still maintain your level of confidence is really hard for a young kid, and especially for a young kid who is a control freak who wants to control everything, and he's not going to control everything. When I started training with Ben, he has more potential than I was thinking, but we need to understand how he likes to play and also to put in our ideas. I'm quite relaxed with that. He is going to be our striker for the long term, but he's going to have these struggles and these bumps during the ride. That is a normal thing in football. When asked about Neville's claim that Sesko looked well off it in United's 2-2 draw away to Nottingham Forest last Saturday, Amorim replied, "Of course nobody likes to hear, but he struggled a little bit and that is a fact, so let's embrace that. It's not personal, it's not nothing." That is what I try to explain to the players. That it is not personal. It's an opinion that is going to change in 3 weeks. Everything that is true today in 3 weeks could be a lie. So of course it's hard to hear, but my advice to Ben is you are going to get used to it. And then it's going to be natural. It's going to be like your Monday here. So that is part of the process, and we are going to help him and we are going to protect Ben because he works really hard and we want to succeed. So he's going to succeed. Man United wonder kid gets 2 assists for England in 8-1 thrashing at U17 World Cup. This week has seen the U17 World Cup in Qatar begin, and there have been plenty of noteworthy outings for Manchester United. Manchester United scouts are closely monitoring young talents at the U17 World Cup in Qatar, an event being branded as a showcase for tomorrow's GOATs. Among those catching the eye is Benedetto Mantato, a rising United prospect who has impressed for England's U17 side. After England's disappointing 3-0 loss to Venezuela in their opening match, the team responded in style with a dominant 8-1 victory over Haiti, and Mantato played a key role. The 17-year-old provided 2 assists, created major chances and showed great defensive awareness, earning praise for his composure and intelligence on the ball. Currently the only Manchester United player at the tournament, Mantato is flying the club's flag proudly and has likely drawn the attention of manager Ruben Amorim. Interestingly, he's been playing more frequently as a left-back or wing-back this season, both for United and England, which could solve one of the weak spots in Amorim's squad. With such performances on an international stage, Mantato could be positioning himself as a future first-team option at Old Trafford if he continues to develop at this pace. Left wing-back is a position United needs to fix, with plenty of debate currently around Diogo Dalot and fans wanting to see a change. Well, more performances like this one for Mantato will only boost his chances of Amorim taking note and could even fire him into first-team contention in the coming months. Next up for Mantato will be England versus group leaders Egypt, in which the 3 Lions need to win. Weakest point in Amorim's side. So what do you think, fans? Should Barcelona cash in on Rafinha if United's huge offer lands on the table? And can Amorim finally fix the weakest point in his Manchester United side before it's too late? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more daily updates on Barcelona, Manchester United, and the biggest stories across world football. Until next time, stay tuned and keep the passion alive.